Hey guys, welcome to our next edition of Podcast with Edu Passport. So today we're speaking to a personal friend of mine and a very talented personal trainer. So let's meet her right now. Now, can you go ahead and tell us your name, where you're from, and what do you do?
My name is Sumayyah Marit. I am originally from Estonia, if you know where it is, small little country in Europe. And I am a pre- and postnatal fitness coach. I also work as a birth educator and a doula. And I come with more than a decade of experience as a physiotherapist.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting.
How does your job as a personal trainer and pre- and postnatal coach make you feel like a teacher?
Ooh. I think any kind of coaching, you are a teacher, especially, for example, as a personal trainer, anyone can give exercises. You can go on YouTube, download and say 2 squat, 2 deadlift, 2 disc push. But if you're teaching the basics, the technique, this is what makes a difference. And then how you teach it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. If Edu Passport had a fitness exchange program, so you can swap places with anybody in the world, okay, where in the world would you like to go for training and why?
Totally random. New Zealand. Why? Never been there. I want to go there.
Nice. Okay. Do you know anybody from New Zealand?
Not necessarily, but some influencers. And I see they're like, trail running and they have the nature that's different. So you can challenge yourself there.
Yeah, for sure. I've actually always wanted to go camper vanning in New Zealand. Apparently, that's like the thing that they do there. Right. For all the same reasons. The nature is amazing and so awesome to be outside. Do you get a lot of chances to be outside here in Abu Dhabi?
The winter, yes. Or when we take this crazy idea to train for a 10K or marathon, yes. Then you go out with this heat and hotness and you just run and sweat.
What's the hottest temperature that you were training at here? Outside?
A long time ago, like 5 years ago, in the middle of the day after gym, I decided to go for a 5K run at Corniche. And under the sun, it said it was 50 degrees.
50 degrees?
Under the sun.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm not sure why I'm doing it. And I put like half of my hijab on my face because my face was literally burning from the sun.
Wow. Well, you're braver than I am. That's for sure. Jeez.
Crazy is as crazy does.
What 3 words best describe your job as a fitness trainer and coach?
It really requires patience, to be flexible, and it's extremely rewarding.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Can you tell me an example of how it's rewarding for you?
Rewarding, helping moms to move when they're pregnant to understand they can still stay active, which also they will know, and I know it will support their labor process and quicker recovery in postpartum. Also, allowing moms to understand that even if you have a toddler running around you and you're trying to do some workout and you need to take breaks just to manage toddler tantrums, or if you're a new mom and you do on-demand breastfeeding, and you can still breastfeed and continue workout, and the workout wasn't bad because of that. Like, to give them the understanding that you can still do those things. You don't need to squeeze your life into or around the workout, but your life can fully include the workout.
Nice. Awesome. Okay, great. Thank you. What skills or qualities do you think it takes to be a successful personal coach?
I think it takes a lot of courage to actually explain the clients the basics of everything, and a lot of times literally bring them down to earth, that there are no quick fixes, and telling them you cannot fix something within 3 weeks, sometimes not even within 3 months.
Right.
And how to teach them to make things sustainable. It takes a lot of courage.
Can you share a time where cultural differences made you adapt the way you approached a client with how you were teaching them?
So one thing is, in coaching, any time when you want to do hands-on approach with your clients, you should always ask consent. But I feel like in this region, you need to ask even extra. You need to specify where they're okay, where they're not okay. And sometimes I feel I need to re-ask it every session. And before my hands are going somewhere on my client's body to guide the movement, I really am saying, like, I'm putting my hands on your body. Okay, I'm now putting them. So I'm really waiting before I get the consent. Another thing is that some topics are taboo. Generally, they feel taboo, but in this region, they feel like extra taboo. People are more shy even though I feel I need to talk about these things because this is part of pre and postnatal topics, I need to find different words because I cannot be as straightforward and blunt as a European as I'm used to be.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, nice. All right, that's really that's definitely something really important to like consider. That maybe a lot of people, especially if they don't live in the Middle East, may not think about. So yeah, it's really good that you've created like a good system and kind of personal like standard on how you approach that.
Trying.
Yeah.
Bare minimum.
Okay. All right. Now, EduPassport helps make education easier for everyone. In your experience, what are the biggest challenges people face when they're learning about fitness?
It's really, there's too much information out there and you don't know what's right or what's wrong. Even if you're taking a personal training course, there's so much difference between the courses that you're not sure if you're getting the quality course. So my best advice for anyone is go for scientific, evidence-based information. There can be that all the variations of different squats you see online, they're all right, but try to understand what's the reason behind it. Why this one is for what works this one, for what works the other one. Sometimes there is a slight difference, but in overall to your goal, it makes no relevance. If you want, for fun, you can do one version and the other day you do the other version.
Okay, yeah.
I hope that answers.
No, that's a really good answer, right? Because we're always, we're all on social media. You're always getting like different tips and hints and like, someone says do this, someone says do that, so it can be really tough. So how do you suggest that people find the right answers?
The right answers, you need to know for what you're looking for answer. You need to specify the answer for your goal or for your need.
Okay.
So, for example, as a female, like if I'm looking answers regards training and nutrition around training, if I look at science that comes from mainly from male participants, that doesn't apply to me.
That's fair.
Which is most of the science that's out there.
Yeah.
And if I have a coach who has no experience or understanding that female body works differently, it's not that the coach is a bad coach,
Right.
but they just don't really know how to help you to get to your results maybe faster or in a most relaxed way. Because sometimes you feel too much pressure. So I think you just need to look towards your goal and try to find the answer to fit your goal.
Yeah. So unlike a classroom where it's like it could potentially be one size fits all depending on the subject, that's not the case in personal training. And
that's not the case.
Yeah. Okay, great. That's a good point. So how do you educate yourself to stay up to date as a trainer, as a coach?
So I'm trying to follow the relevant influencers, researchers in my field, to people from who I've taken certificates. So they are staying up to date. So I'm staying up to date through them. And also the academies where I've taken my certificates, they also provide educational days and they send information whether something new or very big has changed through the research. So that's the main thing. And of course, I take some courses and things because even if to work in a country here, you need to keep renewing your personal trainer license with REPS, the organization for personal trainers. Okay. So for that, you need to take courses as well.
Oh, okay, good. So yeah, there's always like opportunities and in this case, requirements for personal development, just like a teacher would have.
Yes. And another thing is that sometimes I come across something that I have no idea almost. Like I have a vague idea and with a new client, a new obstacle, and I'm like, okay, I need to dig into research.
Yeah, no, great. Yeah, it's really important to do, of course. If every school in the world could offer only one gym class, what do you think it should be?
Okay, to go very specific, then I think it should be deep core muscle work.
Oh.
How to activate your deep core muscles, because our core is the stabilizing force for our legs and upper body. Like if you are a footballer, you don't have deep core muscle stability, even if you try to aim for the goal, it doesn't reach the goal. It will go somewhere else.
Right. Okay.
And the same thing when I see people lifting, they always flare their ribs and everything because if they have a six-pack, they don't know how to activate their deep core. And that works across whether you're male, female, you're a mother or not, older, younger, everyone needs this.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, great. And our final question. You've made it. Okay. EduPassport encourages learning across different countries. Okay. What is one wellness habit that you think everyone should practice no matter where they are in the world?
There's only one word for that: consistency. No matter where you are, consistency.
Yeah.
Whether it's 5 minutes, whether it's 20 minutes, whether it's 1 hour, whatever you're doing, keep doing things consistently.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And right, not just for fitness, whether you're learning a new skill, whether you're doing professional development as a teacher.
Anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Consistency is what gets you the results.
Yeah, for sure. Great. Thank you very much. Those are all my questions today. It was an absolute pleasure getting to know you better and, putting your message out there and showing us all the great things as a personal trainer and a coach. I can really see why you're very successful in your field. So thank you so much for joining us today.